I'm here at Radio Reading. Everything's going my way. One of the worst feelings in the world, I think, for anyone is not to know what's going on. You want to know, but you don't have that information to make up your mind. And what this does, you get the information out to people, whether it's articles, stories. And when you know what's going on, you don't feel like you're running in a emotional, maybe a spiritual fog or something of that nature there. Going back, I would just start working in radio. And so I went back to my sixth grade teacher that I'd had, and she had started off volunteering here. And she says, you're in radio, you have a good speaking voice. Why don't you get into this? So I spoke with Jim Don at the time, who was, a volunteer coordinator. And I started off doing filler, and then I eventually got a regular program, and I've been doing books and newspapers and whatever they needed ever since.
What a guy. He would do anything. He used to do a program about music, rock and roll on Mondays, the history of rock and roll. Brilliant when he came to that. Knew all the stuff, brought in all the records, made the program at home for us. His regular day was Saturday, but he would come in during the week after work if we need him. No, I don't think I've ever heard him say no. He even got his mother involved after a couple of years when he was involved, and she was a wonderful woman. We called her Mom Smiley, and she just fit right in.
Richard Smiley is amazing. There was a period when he was in the military, and he even sent us programs during that period.
My specialty, if I can, where's my fingers in quotation marks on that, we're doing book versions of movies. I did Rocky IV when I was up on ADAC, and I'd started off with Lethal Weapon when I was on ADAC, and only got a part of the way done by the time I'd left ADAC, transferred to my new duty station, which is over in Japan. And then when I got down to the Philippines, I found a little studio down there, a quiet area, and I was able to finish up Lethal Weapon when I was down in the Philippines.
This guy truly dedicated to the Youngstown Radio Reading Service and one of the backbones of the service. And I can't thank him enough. He's been a good friend to me, for these 50 years. So yeah, he's been a star here.
He has been a very steady force in what we do. His dedication has never changed. How many people, can you talk about that have been so dedicated to one thing for so long, and it's never wavered with Rich?
I was surprised that I'd be doing anything in 50 years plus besides breathing. I guess I don't talk about it much because I'm one of those people, I don't like to brag about my good works, pat myself on the back. Just show up and do it, and then, let people discover that on their own there.